AACC is your national voice, and our organization is the leader in workforce and economic development and student success initiatives for two-year colleges. We are honored to serve as the collective voice in Washington, D.C. and throughout the world on the issues and policies that impact your colleges and students. AACC regularly represents you on issues of federal policy, workforce and economic development, and academic and student affairs. AACC has a seat at the table. Over the last year, our President and CEO, Dr. Walter Bumpus, has participated in meetings with Cabinet Secretaries, members of Congress on both sides of the aisle, and with the White House to advance the community college agenda. AACC continues to work in a nonpartisan manner to advance the issues and policies critical to our college's success. Out of a field of 500 applicants, Dr. Bumpus was appointed as one of 24 members to the President's Task Force on Apprenticeship Expansion. The task force delivered its final report to the President. The report identified strategies and proposals to promote apprenticeships, especially in sectors where apprenticeship programs are insufficient.
Good afternoon, Mr. President. Good to see you again.
This year, he was selected as one of 25 members of the American Workforce Policy Advisory Board, co-chaired by Secretary of Commerce Wilbur Ross and advisor to the President Ivanka Trump, to represent the collective voice of the nation's community colleges. The Advisory Board aims to create a strategy to make workers in the United States cope better with the current and impending challenges of 21st century employment. A touchpoint is defined as an interaction between a member college and the association. This interaction can be through an association-hosted conference or event, college visits, webinars, phone calls, and interviews. AACC counts touchpoints by institution, so if an event was hosted and several college leaders participated, the touchpoint would only be counted once. Between March 1, 2018 and February 28, 2019, AACC had 1,657 unduplicated institutional touchpoints. The association maintains a strong relationship with the U.S. Department of State. AACC recently hosted 21 journalists nominated by embassies and consulates overseas to talk about community colleges and their role in workforce development. Over the last year, AACC has hosted 9 delegations consisting of more than 50 representatives from 10 countries on 4 continents, including 4 countries in the Middle East. AACC focuses on developing partnerships where 2 + 2 = 5. Most recently, the association entered into a $20 million partnership with the U.S. Department of Labor, which will result in the training of 16,000 new apprentices at the conclusion of a 3-year period. As a part of this partnership, the association announced the establishment of the Advisory Board for Community College Apprenticeships. The Advisory Board consists of 55 leaders from community colleges, business and industry, and foundations. This group will vet promising work-based learning opportunities, and the colleges will serve as potential incubators for new programs. Through the Department of Commerce, AACC has partnered with the United States Census Bureau. AACC is working with Census to promote job opportunities to community college students. The association continues to advocate on behalf of the nation's community colleges at the highest levels of government. We have worked to enhance funding opportunities for community colleges with the chair and ranking members of the Labor HHS Appropriations Subcommittee, and by meeting with the chairs and ranking members of the Education and Labor Committee overseeing the reauthorization of the Higher Education Act. We have been on the front lines of the battle protecting education and workforce funding, including spearheading efforts in the fiscal year 19 appropriations process to increase the Pell Grant maximum to $6,190, as well as overall funding for the Perkins Act by more than 13% over 2 years, and to preserve steady funding for WIOA programming. For the third year in a row, we were able to continue funding for year-round PELL, as well as the Ability to Benefit program that provides Title IV student aid eligibility for community college students who lack a high school diploma or its equivalent, but have demonstrated their ability to benefit from post-secondary education via successful coursework. We are also generating substantial support in Congress for innovation with Pell Grant funding in the Higher Education Act to allow short-term training at institutions of higher education that provide students with certificates in high-demand professions. This approach has widespread support in both parties and in both chambers in Congress. Next year, AACC will celebrate its 100th anniversary. Over the course of the year leading up to the annual convention, the association will produce monthly features of association milestones in CC Daily. On This Day features across social media, along with highlighting significant events and people that have impacted the community college movement. The celebration will culminate at our annual convention, which will take place from March 27th through the 31st, 2020, in National Harbor, Maryland. Over the next couple of months, AACC will work with EAB, a Platinum Circle corporate partner, to capture our sector's progress toward achieving our 2020 goal of increasing completion rates by 50% for the sector. In addition, we will look at the strategies that have been most successful in helping colleges to achieve their completion goals. We will release the report on our progress at the 2020 convention. As colleges approach the finish line toward the 21st Century Commission goals, the association will provide leadership in charting the path into the future. The AACC Unfinished Business Initiative will focus more attention on identifying and highlighting scalable practices that eliminate equity gaps for underrepresented and underserved students. President and CEO Bumpus has hosted one meeting of stakeholders on this very important topic. Several additional meetings are planned before AACC unveils its strategies and supports for eradicating equity gaps. We will have more faculty engagement. AACC was recently awarded an ATE grant supplement in the amount of $269,127 from the National Science Foundation to fund an undergraduate research experience URE conference, which highlights research innovation at community colleges. The conference, which will be held November 20th through the 22nd, 2019 in Washington, D.C., will assemble diverse examples of UREs, models, and strategies from across STEM disciplines to share proven practices and lessons learned and to produce a resulting proceedings report. And AACC is still moving the needle in advancing student success through guided academic and career pathways. The second cohort of 13 colleges will wrap up their participation in the Pathways Project in September 2019. We will continue providing high-quality professional development opportunities for individuals at all leadership levels, and we will offer new opportunities aligned with those most pressing areas. On behalf of the AACC Board of Directors and staff, we thank you for your generous support, and we look forward to serving you this year.